Hello and welcome to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. In today's episode, I would like to talk about Mr. Kobe Bryant. I kind of try to stay away from the subject, and I only got on that subject because I received a message from someone, and he was telling me how he felt that everything that I've been talking about on my channel should be put on hold, and that I needed to focus more on Mr. Kobe Bryant. And I went on to explain to this gentleman that what happened to Mr. Bryant and those other 8 people, words can never explain. That was such a tragedy right there. And again, I said a prayer for each and every last one of those people, because that was a terrible accident. And I tried to explain to him that I understood where he was coming from, because he was telling me that, people were saying negative things about him and that he hadn't even been buried yet, and they were bashing his name. They were doing this, they were doing that, and I tried to explain to him, people criticized and made fun of and talked about Jesus, but here's the thing. Whoever at this point of time, with what just happened to all of these people in this helicopter crash, if you have that much time on your hands to say anything negative about any of those 9 people, then you're a sick person anyway. And I wanted him to understand that I understand what he's saying, but he said he needed to put all of his time and his energy toward fighting for Mr. Bryant. And, I was kind of confused about that. I'm like, what are you, I'm basically asking him, what exactly are you talking about? Because what I'm seeing is, okay, this is a man that's a little bit upset about something that might have been said about Mr. Bryant. And in this world that we live in today, there's always going to be a troll, or there's always going to be someone out there that's going to say something negative about the deceased. That's just how it is in life. It's always going to be someone that's cold-hearted, that doesn't care about anyone else. So they will start to badmouth him and his family or anyone that was involved. But you can't let that consume you. And so he was telling me that let's set that aside and we're going to come together and we're going to fight against these people, basically, about who, these people that's saying all this negativity where Mr. Bryant is concerned. No, I'm not going to entertain that, and I explained that to him. I can't entertain that because it's not worth it. Whatever they're saying is just words. I mean, it's always going to be someone that's going to talk about you or talk behind your back, no matter what the situation might be. It's always going to be someone that's going to talk behind your back. So I can't do that. I don't know if he was disappointed in what I said, but I tried to explain to him. I said, sir, what happened again is a tragedy, but you're asking me to put on hold what I'm doing in my life, put on hold. There's other things also that's going on in the world. You have human trafficking, you have kidnappings, you name it, it's going on. Okay. You have this outbreak of this disease or whatever, this virus that's out there. You have that. You cannot put the world on hold because you want to argue with people about something negative that they've said about someone else. No, I can't be a part of that. And I said, I'm sorry, but I can't be a part of that. There's issues in the world that still needs to be talked about. And on my channel, we're still going to talk about these issues. They're not going to go away because of the tragedy that just happened. These issues are still here and they still need to be talked about. And so that's how that went. But I just wanted to say, you cannot entertain negativity. And we as people have to understand that we need to put as much positivity into the atmosphere where we're concerned, where our families are concerned, so that things will flow the way that they should. And if you entertain negativity, then negativity will follow you. And I refuse to entertain negativity. And that's why I make sure that with my podcast, I try to talk about positive things. I just don't do the whole negativity situations, okay? I'm not going to do that. And so basically, what I'm trying to say is we have a lot of things that's going on that we all need to be talking about. Okay, there's a lot of things that needs to be done right now in the world today. There's people that's homeless. There's people that's ill. There's children, that's being abused. There's children, women, kids that's being killed. There's people being kidnapped. It's just so much that we can do. You can't focus on one situation and run with it and want to argue with everybody, because you know what? You will be arguing for the rest of your life, because this time 10 years from now, those same people that's bad mouthing Mr. Bryant will still be doing it. Okay, that's just how it is. So you're going to dedicate all of your time to argue on social media or wherever you're arguing at over just some words that someone's out there saying. Just ignore it. Ignore it. You can't let that type of stuff consume you. And I definitely can't do it, and I understand that he didn't like the fact that I said I couldn't get involved in that, because that's not how my channel works. I'm not going to argue with anyone about anything they said, because they're not worth it. I'm not going to give anyone that type of power over me to have me arguing over some stupidity, so I'm not going to do that. But that's why I made this segment, because I just wanted to touch base on that, because I know that some people have been reading the comment that I made to him and the comment that he made to me. But some might agree with what I said and some might agree with what he said. But what I'm saying is everyone's life has to go on. You can't put your life on hold. Okay? You have to say a prayer for everyone and ask that all of the families find peace, and that, that these souls are able to be at peace and cross over and be at peace. Okay. And don't entertain anything else. Don't allow people to get you that upset that you want everyone to stop what they're doing and forget that there's other issues in the world today and argue about two people. And I also touch base on the fact that it wasn't just two people in the helicopter. It was a total of 9 people. And everyone really needs to stop making it seem like it was just 2 people in there. There were 9 people in there, women, children, men. Acknowledge everyone that was in there. Hello, and welcome back to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. And in this segment, I've been talking about Mr. Kobe Bryant. And the only reason why I wanted to say a few things about that situation is because, number one, I've said a prayer for all 9 people that was involved in the helicopter crash. Number 2, because someone sent me a message and they didn't like the fact that I didn't agree with what they said. And it's no need to get back into all of that because I explained that earlier in my segment. But I just wanted to say again that you have to put positive vibes into the atmosphere so that only positive things will follow you. If you dwell in nothing but confusion and negativity, your whole entire life and the lives of people really close to you will always be full of nothing but negativity and confusion. Okay. And you don't want that. And I have made up in my mind, this is a whole new year. We're in 2020. I'm not going to allow anyone or anything to bring any confusion into my life. Okay? I'm not going to allow anyone to take away and steal my joy, to bring me down. I'm not going to do it because I notice I get a lot of good reviews about my videos, and then I get a select few, and I mean a very select few, that always seem to complain, and it's the same ones that will come back and try to argue with you about something. And I'm gonna tell you what I am tired of. I'm tired of. I did a segment on colorism, a couple of them on colorism, and you have the people that feels like there isn't any colorism issues in the world, which it is, but they are entitled to their opinions. I mean, if that's what they believe, that's what they believe. But do not, and I repeat, do not come onto my channel and try to make me agree with what you're saying. And when I don't agree with what you're saying, then you want to start telling me how I'm not right, and how I even had a guy tell me that he hopes that his son doesn't marry any American women, and how he hopes that his son will go to Africa and find a wife. Okay, that's fine. And what I explained to him, I really do hope that somehow you are able to raise your sons to be men, because the way that you act, you're not setting a good example, and that's it. And one thing about that, it's not even, I don't like to get into situations like that where I have to go back and forth with anyone, because for one, this is my channel. Number two, if you don't like it, don't come to it. But one thing I'm not going to allow you to do is continue to come to my channel and harass me. And I have the same 4 people that constantly do this. I haven't blocked them out because I believe in letting everyone have their own opinion. But it's really hitting a nerve, because I got a message recently about how, and this is where the whole colorism thing comes in also. I got a message recently from someone that I actually didn't know I had. I'm good at returning responding to every message I get whenever I can. And I thought I had responded to everyone, but this one somehow ended up there and I didn't see it. And he was telling me how, and I'm a Black woman. As you can see, my face is plastered on a few of my videos. I don't hide who I am. I love me. I love my Blackness. I love every bit of me from head to toe. Okay. And I have no reason to hide. But this is what I don't like, is when some of these people make up fake channels or channels just to go from one channel to another so that they can harass the owner of that channel. If they don't believe in what they're saying, or if they are just being a troll, and they just keep coming and they keep coming, and they want to argue with you. And the more you refuse to argue, the more they keep coming. And I laugh it off. I really do. Usually I laugh it off and I'm like, wow, this person has too much time on their hands. I'm sure there's something they should be able to get into, take up a hobby. Okay. But instead they come and they find my channel and they want to argue. And then when I have to kindly let them know, take your nonsense elsewhere, because it won't take place on my positive channel that I'm trying to continue to keep positive. So this person went on to tell me that if you're a Black person, if you don't have and I'm going to make it sound correct, okay? The way he sounded, the man sounded so ignorant, and I don't call people out of their names, but I've never read anything like that, okay? But he said if you're a Black person, you have to have kinky hair, have big lips or a big nose, or be dark skinned, and that's how you how they feel you know that a person is black or that this person is all black. And if they don't look like that, he went on to say they're not black. And that offended me, because you're telling me now that my daughter and my grandkids aren't black because they don't have any of the above. Okay? But yes, they're black. They don't have extremely big noses is what he feel you're supposed to have if you're black, which is not true. That if you don't have bigger lips or big lips, as he stated, you're not black. That's not true. You don't always have to have the features that are a little bit larger just to be black. Come on, man. We come in all different ways, okay? But I was so pissed off, and I have to be honest, because he hit a nerve. He really did hit a nerve right then, because now you're telling me that I too would have to justify how black my daughter and my grandkids are. And that I'm not going to do. And that I'm not going to allow you to bring your ignorant ass on my channel and piss me off to the point to where I actually said something to him behind this ignorant message that he sent me, because I'm like, no, you're not going to go there. You can say whatever as I stated to him, you can say whatever you want to on your channel, but don't come to my channel and now you're disrespecting my family, my children, my grandchildren. They are black, okay? And they love their blackness. But because they're light skinned and, as he say, doesn't have kinky hair, then they don't have the right to call themselves black. Actually, he doesn't have the right to call himself black. He doesn't like himself. He doesn't like who he is. And apparently there's something about him that he does not like. Okay? Because if he knew anything about us as a black race, he would know we come in all different shades of black and brown. Okay? It doesn't have to, just because you're not dark complected does not make you less black than a person that's dark black. Okay? Come on, man. We are all black. God created us all. He created some light, some brown, some dark, some a little bit darker. But do not, and I know he's going to listen to this, do not bring your ass on my channel telling me that people need to validate how black they are. Who the hell do you think you are? No one needs to validate their blackness, for not you, for not anyone else out there. Okay? And yes, I'm going to say it again. If you are biracial, and this is going out because I did this whole entire, I did a segment on this before. If you're biracial, you're black, you're white, your mom might be white, your dad black, or vice versa. Whatever it is, you have the best of both worlds. You're black and you're white. So if you want to call yourself African American, you do that. If you want to call yourself Caucasian, you do that too. But I'm tired of people bringing this drama to my channel. Well, they should call themselves mixed. That's what they are. They should call themselves human. That's what they are. And they shouldn't have to justify how black they are or how white they are. Okay? It's if you relate more and if you were raised more around one race of people and that's who you relate more to, then hey, that's how your parents wanted it. And when you're older and if you still feel the same way, if you feel, okay, I just want to go with one race and leave it, that's all on you, okay? But you will always, I think everyone should always know both sides. If you're Caucasian, you know your history on that side. If you're black, you know your black history. But don't sit here and make these people think that they don't have the right to say that they're black, because they have just as much right as your ass, okay? And I'm just tired of it. I'm so tired of these ignorant people. This is the problem in the world that we're having today. People always want to try to, push someone away and back them into the corner and try to tell them who or what they are, okay? Who gives you that damn right? Matter of fact, what makes you think you have that much power that you can do that to someone? And I'm just tired of those nuisance coming on my page, on my channel, wanting to argue about who's black, who's white, who shouldn't be considered black. And for you to sit here and think, and this shows how ignorant you are as a black man, and I really hate to say this, but it shows how ignorant you are to say that if your hair is not kinky, you're not black. Okay? You're sitting here saying this, and you sound ignorant. Okay? Our hair, some of us have a little more kinkier hair. Some of us have the hair might be a little bit more straight. We have different types of hair, and I don't even. This just pisses me off to even have to talk about this. And for him to make this statement, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I haven't had a perm. And now I think it's going on 6 years. I have not had a perm in my hair, and my hair is still straight. Okay, still straight. I never even needed a perm. I wanted a perm just to be like everyone else when I was growing up. I never needed a perm. And today you would think I have a perm, but I don't. Okay, my hair, I don't have a bad grade of hair, and I'm black. And I'm tired of people thinking that the only way you can be black is if your hair is kinky. And being kinky if your hair is kinky, that's not saying your hair is bad. So I'm wondering what he's actually meaning by saying if it's not kinky. So what do you consider kinky? Are you saying kinky is bad? Because it's not. The only thing is people, as black people, that we need to do is find what's best for our hair. Because there's a thing out there to where if you use the wrong product in your hair, it'll make it tangle. Trust me, I know. Because with me being natural, I've used certain products in my hair, and I'm like, oh, no, that's not good. That's not for my hair type. Okay, but anyone can have kinky hair. Any race. It's not just blacks. Anyone can have kinky hair. And then for him to just pinpoint, well, if your hair is not kinky and it's not this and that, you're not black, stay off my channel. I know you're going to listen to this, and I know you're going to send me this long message. Stay off of it, because if I get one more message from you, and I know that I'm sending this message out to all of my listeners, but I wanted to say this one thing to this troll. If I get one more ignorant message from you, your ass is blocked. Okay? Because I can't do it anymore. I refuse to continue to go back and forth with you. Okay? Now, I'm not going to give you any more of my time. All right? Now, back to my listeners that has sense, and respect for me as a person that come on my page and listen to my segments and don't cause problems. I appreciate it. And I thank you all for the feedback. And as I was saying earlier, entertain positivity, not negativity. And this person I was just telling you about is very negative. Okay. And I like to put positive vibes out, because I want to receive positive things in my life, good things, the blessings of God. And I don't let trolls and devils into my space. Okay. That's something I'm not going to do. But anyway, I would like to thank all of you for listening to this segment. It's not like my usual segments, but I just wanted to touch base on this one, and only because of a message that I had sent to me from someone else. Okay, but again, it has been a pleasure chatting with you all. Keep listening. Tell your family and friends about my videos and have them take a listen if they like. Hit the like button. If you don't, hey, you know what to do too. So it's been a pleasure. And until next time, thank you for joining me, Dora Middleton, on Life as It Is. Take care.